For most people, the traditional path to wealth is like running on a treadmill. Constant effort with little progress. You wake up early, commute through traffic or crowded subways, sit at a desk for 8 hours or more, and then return home drained, only to repeat it all over again tomorrow. It's a cycle that feels endless. An unrelenting grind where every paycheck barely covers the bills, let alone builds toward dreams of freedom. Work a job, save what you can, invest in stocks or bonds, and maybe, just maybe, retire in comfort. If nothing goes wrong, no medical emergencies, no layoffs, no market crashes, this formula works, for some. But even when it does, it demands decades of sacrifice. And by the time retirement rolls around, many find themselves too tired, or too old, to enjoy the fruits of their labor. But there are outliers. A select few manage to break free, not by following this slow, predictable formula, but by shattering its limits entirely. These individuals don't wait 40 years to escape. They create shortcuts that rewrite the rules of success altogether. The shortcut to escape. There's one secret exit that lets people bypass the 40-year grind entirely. Fame. Why fame? Because fame multiplies value instantly. When millions of people want something from you, whether it's your music, your skills, or simply your presence, you become a magnet for opportunity. Money flows toward those who capture attention. Consider these examples. A musician steps onto a stage under blinding lights, strumming chords while thousands cheer. That single concert could bring in more money than most people earn in a lifetime. A basketball player signs a $50 million contract before turning 25, catapulted into financial independence before they've even had time to figure out how to file taxes. A reality show contestant with no discernible talent transforms into a social media empire, hawking everything from fitness teas to skincare routines to millions of followers eager to buy whatever they endorse. Fame isn't just about talent, it's about demand. When millions want you, millions are paid to you. And yet, as tantalizing as fame sounds, it's not without its pitfalls. In fact, chasing fame often leads down a treacherous road paved with uncertainty and risk. The harsh reality. Do you know how many kids I see every year trying to make it big? Coach Harris leaned back in his chair, shaking his head as he addressed the group of hopeful high school athletes gathered in the gym. His voice carried the weight of experience and disappointment. Hundreds, maybe thousands. And guess how? Many actually go pro? Less than 1%. One of the players, Jamal, raised his hand hesitantly. So, what's the point of working so hard if the odds are stacked against us? Coach Harris sighed, rubbing his temples. The point is, son, life doesn't owe you anything. Talent alone won't cut it. You need discipline, resilience, and yes, a whole lot of luck. He paused, letting the words sink in. Most importantly, you need a backup plan, because fame might lift you up, but it can drop you just as fast. He was right. Fame is rare, unpredictable, and fleeting. Here's why. Competition is brutal. For every famous athlete, there are millions who didn't make it past college sports. For every chart-topping artist, countless others remain stuck playing gigs in empty bars. The field is crowded, and the winners are chosen not just by skill, but by timing, connections, and sometimes sheer randomness. Fame fades fast. One hit song doesn't guarantee a career. One viral moment doesn't mean lasting relevance. Ask anyone who peaked early. They'll tell you how quickly the spotlight shifts to someone new. Luck plays a huge role. Hard work helps, sure, but being in the right place at the right time matters just as much, if not more. Some people stumble into fame almost accidentally, while others pour their hearts into their craft and never get noticed. That's why most people chasing fame end up with nothing. They try to defy the slow path but end up worse off than before, burdened by debt, dashed hopes, and shattered confidence. The real strategy. Become indispensable. If fame is such a risky gamble, is there another way to break free? Yes, but it requires a different mindset. Instead of chasing celebrity status, aim for something far more achievable: becoming indispensable. What does that mean? It means creating value that transcends trends and fads. Value that lasts because it solves real problems, meets real needs, and stands out in a sea of mediocrity. Here's how to do it. Master something. Rare becoming highly skilled in something few others can do makes you irreplaceable. Whether it's coding AI algorithms, crafting handmade furniture, or mastering a niche area of law, scarcity drives demand. Think about surgeons, data scientists, or expert negotiators. Their expertise commands premium prices because they offer solutions others can't replicate. Take Sarah, for example. She spent years honing her skills as a digital illustrator, specializing in hyper-realistic portraits. At first, commissions trickled in slowly, but as her reputation grew, clients began seeking her out specifically. Now, she charges 5 figures per piece and has a waiting list months long. Her secret? Focusing on a unique style that sets her apart. Build a brand, not just a job. Pays the bills, but a brand creates legacy. A business, a following, a reputation. These things generate demand beyond a single paycheck. Imagine owning a chain of coffee shops, writing best-selling books, or launching a tech startup. Each of these ventures builds equity, allowing you to profit long after the initial work is done. Consider Marcus, who started a small YouTube channel reviewing video games. At first, it was just a hobby, a way to share his passion with friends. But as his audience grew, brands took notice. Sponsorships poured in, and soon he was earning enough to quit his day job. Today, his channel boasts millions of subscribers, and he's expanded into merchandise, live events, and even a mobile app. By building a brand, Marcus turned his hobby into a thriving enterprise. Create something people can't ignore. True impact comes from innovation. Whether it's a product, service, or idea, making something remarkable gives you leverage. Think about companies like Tesla or Apple. They didn't just sell cars or gadgets, they redefined entire industries. On a smaller scale, entrepreneurs, like local bakers, indie authors, or software developers can achieve similar results by offering something truly unique. Remember Lisa, the entrepreneur who invented a collapsible water bottle? What started as a simple solution to reduce plastic waste turned into a global sensation. Her product became a must-have item for eco-conscious consumers, leading to partnerships with major retailers and appearances on talk shows. All because she created something people couldn't ignore. Freedom. Through value, fame may be an instant escape, but true freedom comes from value. And value isn't about being known. It's about being needed. As Coach Harris told his team during that pep talk, success isn't about getting lucky. It's about stacking the deck in your favor. Work hard, stay adaptable, and focus on what makes you valuable. Do that, and you won't need fame to change your life. In the end, breaking free from the 40-year grind isn't about shortcuts. It's about strategy. Fame might open doors, but substance keeps them open. So ask yourself, what will make people need you? What will set you apart? Answer those questions, and you'll find your own secret exit.